a little less clear in my eyes compared to how I felt about game 1.
Oh.
But okay, wow. Missing.
Flash out of missing. Shun, yeah, Shun was doing the enemy red buff while Tarzan was spawning on a ward, so he's going to scrap with him. Shun way healthier. I don't see a world where Tarzan really wins this. He's going to use that big shield and flash back over the wall. Kyle's going to follow, but Shun not going to commit his flash as well. Very low health bars, though. I mean, Tarzan, Kyle, and Hope, they're so low, and they're going to get corralled on their turret, so Tarzan is going to lose even more camps. No kills, but still a stranglehold on this bot side from JDG.
I mean, missing and Pays are low mana, so maybe.
This is just a word of attrition right here, but Shun stepping too far forward on his lonesome. Has to burn his flash now, so both junglers without their flashes it's just ping galore. All I hear is the ping sound. Everybody wants to fight. Nobody's really going to start it off until Missing gets the models down onto level 2. Hope. Sun comes across for Tarzan. He's trying to hold the front line. Kale flies in, gets huge knockups. Shanks on the backside, able to clean up one. And now all bets are off, but it's Shanks from the Shroud to find the critical kill. Pays without mana. Scout not trying to protect his AD carry. Needs to get out of dodge. And the knockup sinks through. Kyle going to gift a kill to Hope. And somehow, some way, AL rescue that bot side jungle escapade.
Rescue, I think, is that perfect word. Because before those kills, goodbye.
Oh, Shanks, no! Shanks! Tarzan's, or Scout's the one that gives up these 1v1s. Okay, just a Cali. Thanks.
Don't take it back. Don't take it back. Yeah, I was going to say. That bot lane, that could have been really bad. The fact is, while that whole sequence was going on, Hope and Kyle were actually dropping a lot of waves. That's why you're seeing that bit of a CS difference here. And it's going to grow because Missing is able to hold this giant wave that Pays is going to have an easy time.
Goat support right there.
Getting it. Yeah, so I think what really matters is that Andre access. So it is actually going to make things a little harder for this Nest.
Yeah, somebody's got to help Flandra. I mean, this doesn't seem like it's going to break at any point. The level advantage is already there between the top laners purely because of it. Yeah. The Dragon does get stopped. Shun doesn't feel comfortable taking the full Drake by himself. And yeah, we just go back to freeze gate, as I'll call it. I mean, this wave has been stuck here for how long?
And that's literally top lane gaming, by the way. That lane state is not Flandra's fault, like, in the slightest.
No.
He's the one who ends
up
suffering for it. Yeah.
Oh my
but
god.
Now,
he's TPing across the map.
I mean.
Right. Here we go. Here's the Wither. It's going to set up the knockup. There's no ult on the Recon. Allah going to burn the flash. Get knocked up under his turret. Going to try and throw down the timeout cage. And, hey, survives the 3v1 nonetheless.
Yeah, and look what they give up on the other side, too. And the fact is, Pays still getting some alone time with this turret. I mean, Missing is there, too. But the fact is, a big wave is being dropped as a result. And the lead just continues to grow between marksmen here on both sides. Pays is already level 6. Has been part of so many turret plays being taken, and he's 30 CS up now.
Yeah. Even topside, too. Multiple waves up for Allah, who's going to be able to walk back up towards that turret. Shun seeing the grubs going down off the topside overload. We'll pick up the Dragon, but this is first turret with full plating. So that's a big cash injection for anyone's Legend. Split 1 playoffs. This is very much so a preview of what's to come in the playoffs as well, knowing both these teams are locked in. So both these teams definitely treat this like a playoffs. As Pays dropping the Cole, gets flashed over by Hope. The engage, though, comes off to the side on a Missing. The Nami served up like sushi. Down goes Kyle with the flash. Who not going to fall with the wind becomes Lightning. Scout here, but a bit too late with the stun ready with Tibbers. So the pick found for AL, but what's the cost on the flip end of the map?
It is Ale again getting damage onto these turrets, being that split push menace. He already has the Trinity Force, is able to knock down 2 plates since our conversation about him started. And it's almost 5 plates taken down on that bottom side as well. And I say almost, he's going to easily take it.
And he's stunned alongside, Shun with this Crescent Guard that gets a lot of value into a Xayah pick. Nonetheless, it's going to take a lot for AL to kind of like break this plan that JDG have cemented. And it's going to help that Shanks is getting completely bodied by Allah. That is flash, perfect execution, everything used defensively out of the Akali's kit.
They're quite literally just to live. And Shanks still got really low in the process. So JDG gonna have an easy time securing this Dragon. It's gonna be their second this game, and they're honestly well on track to go for a Dragon Soul. I'm gonna find out any, but I've said that before, and AL have proved me wrong. If they actually want to be in the area, we'll
Scout. Scout side lane. Flandra's chasing him down. Tibbers used defensively. Grand Star going to come out as well, but Scout goes the right way to get away from Tarzan. And JG teleport Allah up here. Everyone's TPing.
Oh my god!
To try and be near this Rift Herald. 5 members strong for both squads, but everything just fizzles out. We just burn a ghost, a Tibbers call, and now the Rift Herald is the real prize for anyone's Legend. They are on vision, taking down this Herald. Scout has his stun, back up, but JDG Yeah, great call, beatdown. They could just index into turrets. They don't need to fight over this Herald, but Shun wants it. He flies in, he goes for the Gambit, but it falls flat, and it costs him his life and the Herald. Tarzan securing both, and making it a pretty big win for AL.
Yeah, that was a bit of a flip that didn't really need to happen, but at least now they can block the path from AL, so they can't stop this tier 1 from going down. So it's still more gold for JDG, even though that kill wasn't necessary. And now AL have a chance to respond because Shanks is the one actually who's sitting on that eye of the Herald here.
Pick that one up. Hey, we'll be on Cloud Soul Point pre-20 minutes. It's just even more difficult decisions for AL having to make out of this mid game. As the Colin gets dropped there from Pays, kind of just a bit of a scouting Colin, getting some poke down as Tarzan goes for the engage onto Shun, and Kyle immediately snaps forward with the charm. Good flash from Shun to get away from the knockup. The tidal wave comes across the crescent guard. Will it be enough? No! Shun falls, but here comes all on the backside.
Whoa.
Hope gets trapped in the pit, but flashes out himself to safety, and Flandra's here as well to back them all up. The blast cone keeps everyone safe, but Scout flashing forward does not get the stun onto Hope. Perfect Featherstorm channel. Shanks will be the one to pay his life as well, but Scout gets straight out. But here comes Pays going after Kyle, but they've left Alla to his lonesome on the top side here. The main doing a lot of really good job to buy space as Pace gets flashed on by Tarzan. Doesn't he have enough damage? Kyle coming through for the knockup. Yes, he finds the kill. The slippery recon for Kyle getting so much value, and now the withers through. The Nasus is throwing down the hammer, but Ola flies in, executes Kyle as this fight gets even murkier. And we end with 3 for 3. Both teams scarily close in the fight.
This is the
Overload, and it does get all the top tier 1, so the Yorick has his own time. Am I just coping? Here we go. We'll find
maybe.
out.
Probably. Worth noting, he does have the second item already. Spear Shojin. It's going to be that much more difficult. I respect Flandra for going for the Frozen Heart. I think it ends up being a good call. And JDG, speaking of, are just going to go ahead and force this. I got to imagine this is a kind of a bait. It's kind of dangerous.
This is risky. They don't have TP advantage. Flandra can join and make this a 5v4. Are they just leashing this Otacon? They use the Tidal Wave, the Crescent Guard, just to back themselves up to safety. The Colleen comes down as well. Good Blade Caller. Keeps the Lucian in place from Hope. Everybody going to reset here. Yeah, it's still held by Alla. Scout's running his way over. There's a great Blade Caller again from Hope. This time it catches the Lucian, but Shun flies in, finds both kills onto the bottom lane. Now he's in a 1v3 all by his lonesome, trying to hold the line. So many low health bars. Can Shun clean any of them up? No! He falls to a Flandra double kill. It's all on the solo lane. Scout gets the first stun, drops Tippers onto Flandra's head. He's trying to heal through it all, but here comes the Spade to slap him down from Alla. Another fight, so narrowly close. And it's a 2-on-2 left on the Rift, but the only problem for AL, you're on the wrong side of Summoner's Rift. Shanks has to use the teleport, but he will get himself out to safety, and we have another dead even fight end. It's really good pace for him to be able to match that Yorick scaling factor that we talked about.
Yeah, and Frozen Heart is going to be pretty nice this game. Oh, we're fighting.
He's again on the front line, but a clutch bubble this time for missing. Stuns Kyle in his place, the Recon pretty low, and that might be enough here for JDG to force another Otacon. Shun wants it. He's immediately jumping on top of it. AL have a clue this is going down. Do they want to go for a part 2 on this topside fight?
I mean, no. Kyle's no ult.
Oh, Pace! Holy moly, he gets caught by Tarzan, who flash stuns him. That's both summoners off of this Lucian that has to play so close quarters. Otacon getting a ton of damage value done. But I don't know if they want to commit to this fight. AL hopes get caught this time. It's both AD carries trading all their health bars to be able to survive. But Shun also gets out with the Crescent Guard. But here comes Flandra running through them all. He doesn't care about damage. He doesn't care about CC. He's running down JDG, holding 3 at bay. Turns the Wither back on its head as well. The Otacon with the assist though for JDG. As down goes Flandra. Tarzan tries to throw up the Unbreakable. It is broken by the Ghouls. Another lengthened fight. But finally we have ourselves a victor. And it's JD Gaming.
Wow, and despite, I really like how Hope played that team fight. At the end of it, JDG, their damage is too strong. Alla, I think, is too much of a problem here on this Yorick. And
AL in these fights. A worry we had coming in to talk about these top 4 discussions. Now that we know what the top 4 looks like, AL have a predispondence to struggling to close out some of these fights, hand-stiffing their teams. He's going to drop it onto Shanks so the Akali can't go in, and by the time he flies in, it's too damn late, because this time, Pays out puts the damage to maximum, and Alla just chases down Hope, just like that. Boom goes the dynamite, triple to Pays, ace, JD Gaming.
JDG looking like they want to rush to a match conclusion here, Slayer. They don't want to wait till the 45-minute mark, because now they win that fight. They don't even need to get the dragon. They're going to lock down this Baron and get themselves a significant lead.
Again, it's just the marking of Shanks in these fights.
Yeah.
This Macaulay beatdown is not getting it done for AL, and it's just cost them back-to-back fights and maybe the game at this point.
Yeah, the problem is, too, your target selection is so awful. I mean, again, props to Scout. While being under threat here, being accosted, is immediately recognizing, like, yeah, I'm just going to throw my whole load at Shanks, and then he's going to become useless. Easy clap. And the job is done. The timing there wasn't good because he was stunned up. He couldn't link up with Shanks. And after that, the fight was just too easy. There's really no threat onto the backline here because Shanks' options for targets aren't really good as a calling this game. And if him and Tarzan can't link up to threaten the backline, these fights will never go AL's way.
They do get control of this Cloud Drake, so they're going to even them up. JDG are just way more focused on these mid waves. They've got a huge Baron wave coming in. They do have to be a bit safe about a flank coming down. Maybe the target's going to be Alla, who is still deathless on this Yorick. Oh, man, they really... Is this the wrap? Oh, my God. Alla has no idea what's... Oh, no way.
I don't even think they have any idea. They
Oh, my... He has no idea what he just avoided, beatdown. He's no clue.
That's... I mean, to some degree, he must have. But that is just... I already didn't like the idea of trying to force this play Slayer, but the fact that Alla just breaks their ankles, just absolutely shatters them, it just makes it feel that much worse because then AL lost so much on the map for literally nothing. Literally.
Legit zero. Not even a flash.
Yeah.
Not even like a
not even a spell.
scare.
Not even a skill.
Nothing. Just
no
right
mana.
Clicks.
Yeah.
Right clicks costing them 2 tier 2 turrets. And you know things are going bad when an AD carry is confident stepping up to an Akali. That's where Pays is at.
Yeah.
Not me. They're knocking down the inhibitor tier 3 turret. At some point, AL, we're going to have to start gambling. We're going to have to start forcing fights to try and climb back in this one, or it's going the same way of the first round robin. There's Shanks trying to start it off with the Grand Starfall. Pays does commit the flash to get back, and they do catch missing out. Use a lot of ultimates to kill him off, but they also have Shunkot. Goes forward, the Crescent Guard gets a huge heal, buys enough time for Scout to fly in. He doesn't get the stun on the Timbers, but sets up Pays, who will break through the Tarzan E once more. It's just not enough, and Alla's doing it all on his own in the mid lane. That's going to do it. No 45 minutes, nothing needed, just domination from JDG. They will head into playoffs, the number 3 seed, 5-0 in their last series, 10-0 in their last games, on top of the LPL, heading into playoffs.
And AL's last gasp as they watch JDG take their Nexus. They're going to get O2'd, and they can't overcome these top teams.
Wow. You know, standings are one thing beat down, but we talked about the top showing momentum. Is there a scarier team than JDG right now? That's my question.